See, I knew I was missing stuff. Just have to keep taking right turns if you want to see anything. Alright, now I just have to friggin' get out of here without dropping a bike. Well, here goes nothing. I don't care if I look like an old granny beginner or whatever, but I want to be careful. Oh, we're gonna have to start it. Alright. Just easy, 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 easy. And then just let her go. Okay. That'd be it. We made it. Unscathed, unattacked by bears. All good. All good things. Visitor center should be coming up. Maybe we can pull over and have a little sit down, get bitten by some black flies, have a cup of tea. So it's nice here. I toured the visitor center. Just like crustaceans and fish to look at in there. But it was cool. There are picnic tables here, but they're out there in the blitzing sun. And I'm just going to get burnt to a crisp if I sit there. They don't really have any refreshments for sale here. That's okay. I've got a drink. I got a stash here. My $4.10 Mountain Dew. So I think I'm just going to walk a little down this trail because it looks like there might be some shade. The goo-witty path. I'm not going too far. I just want to go a little ways just to get in the shade. If I could find a shady spot with a breeze coming off that lake, that would be just perfect. So we'll check out the path and see what we find. I was talking to one of the park girls there in the visitor center and saying, you know, everybody told me come to Newfoundland, you better bundle up because you're going to freeze. It's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, it's going to be windy, it's going to be raining. But you know something? It's blitzing hot. Blitzing hot and sunny. And I told her that and she goes, it's absolutely true. It normally is cold and wet and rainy. But she says this is unusually warm weather. And once again, I've hit the unusually warm spell, which I guess is lucky for me as a tourist. I don't know what it means as far as environmental issues. Oh, look, there's a little spot here. I could go down to the water. I don't know if I can find any shade, but it would be perfect if I could. If not, I'll just sit right on these friggin' steps. That might actually be an idea, but you can't see too much. There we are, on the shores of the bay. This reminds me of a lot of the provincial parks in Ontario, except that this is salt water. It's all full of flotsam. And there's no shady spots, so I'm going to sit here on the step. Right here and get myself a little bit of shade. Have a little drink. Watch a bit of that salty water. So yeah, it's apparently it's unusual. That's the second cop I've seen pulling somebody over, RCMP, pulling people over on this highway. So they are targeting speeders. Since I have so darn much time, I just saw some sort of touristy sign said this is the famous road to the shore. I mean, it's only noon, and if I just keep going, I'm just gonna be at my hotel by like 1 o'clock. It's gonna suck. I don't need to be there by 1 o'clock. Now this is the town of Gambo. And we'll check out the road to the shore. My GPS still says to find the motel, so we could just follow it back if we want. So this is an unplanned diversion. Well, why not? We've got all kinds of time. There she be, laddie. Hello, girls. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm just gonna pick up this t-shirt.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
Here,
Normally I'd sit outside, it's just too blitzing hot to sit out there. Those picnic tables. Sitting in the tea room, I don't know. I feel a little lonely.
Let me just see how much it is.
This is $19.99.
Okay, yeah, I just need to get the code down too.
Yeah.
Main Road to Gambo, and then you'll go through Hare Bay.
Okay.
And then once you go through Hare Bay, you'll be on the highway for a little bit long, or like not the highway, but like kind of like that same road. And because there's a turn off to go to Dover, but don't go down there because it's a dead end.
Don't go to Dover. Okay.
Yeah, because it's another town, but it's a dead end. It's
Right.
part of Hare Bay. And you just keep going, and then you'll get to Centerville and Trinity and Wareham, and that's like kind of like a collective community. And you keep driving down through, and then you'll get to like Wesleyville. Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, so we're good?
Yeah.
All right, well, you have a great day.
You too.
Maybe, well, we can make a good iced coffee here,
Yeah.
it looks like. Maybe we'll give it a try.
Sure. Would you like any caramel or anything with it?
No, I better just go the iced coffee. Okay, well, after a nice iced tea there, we had a little tea room there. There was nobody there except the two girls that work in there. Now that's the kind of place I like. Instant service, nice and quiet. No lineups. We chatted a little bit, and I did a little research while having a nice iced coffee that she made, which was quite lovely. And if I just keep going on the Trans-Canada straight to my hotel, I'm going to be there at like, I don't know, 2 o'clock. And, you know, I'm just wasting one of my days on Newfoundland doing that. So there's so much more of the day, and the weather is so nice, at least so far. I'm seeing a few dark clouds to the left, but for the most part, pretty hot and sunny. That I'm going to continue this coastal loop. And I was checking it out and asking her about it, checking it out on Google Maps, and it does a great big loop. You might be able to see, I'm not sure if I could put up a screenshot for you. And it does this nice big loop. Now, she figures it's around 2 to 3 hours, depending how fast you go, to get around that loop. At my rate, the way I go, depending how much I stop and stuff, I would say I'm probably 4+ hours. But even if I was, so what? It's like 5, 6 o'clock to get to my room. Now I've used the day. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna explore this loop, going all the way around this coastal loop. It loops all the way around and then comes back and then ends up in Gander. Not overly scenic so far on this loop, but maybe I'm gonna find some cool stuff when I hit the southern or the northern shore here. But I did see a first sign of a moose, and I didn't get time to stop, and really probably wasn't necessary because it was just on the side of the road. It was a moose's foot. I kid you not, about the bottom 12 inches from the ankle down, it was just the foot. Coming into Hare Bay. That's what she said I would do. I would come into Hare Bay. As you can see, I'm going easy. Looks like the water's up ahead. Well, it would make sense, Hare Bay. I'm only down 2 bubs, so I think I'm okay for gas. I'm sure I should hit another gas before it gets too hairy. There we are at the Hare Bay. A few glimpses of the water. Small little town. It's got everything they need, I guess. It had an automotive shop there, but closed. I think today must be Sunday. I'm not sure. I didn't check what day of the week it was. I'm losing track. I'm just going day 11. That's all I know. But it could be because it's Saturday or Sunday. So I think it's Saturday actually. So none of these automotive shops are open, so I can get a couple pounds of air. And like I said, I'm worried about using my own air pump, blowing the fuse again. Even though I've got spares, I just don't want to go through all the trouble of putting fuses in. There's some biker dudes. Biker dudes. Look at my bike, boys. I know it's not a Harley, but it's still pretty cool. So now I just passed the road that said turn right to go into Dover. But she specifically said don't go on the road to Dover because it's a long dead end. But strangely enough, Garmin wanted to go there. I don't know why. Maybe he wants me to go down there and turn around, go back the way, back to the highway, you know, like Garmin's always do. So I'm continuing to follow the highway, but I think next pullover spot, I'm just going to have a quick check on my Google Maps just to see that I'm following the route and not going astray. There's a bird on the road. He's hopping across. I'll go chase him off. Coming into another coastal town. Not sure what it's called yet. The biker dudes. Wonder where they stopped. Oh, a lot of those Harley guys, they don't stop. That's the thing, they don't stop for nothing. I'm just looking for a nice... Okay, there's a nice paved lot up here, but it's all roped off, so I'll go this side. Yeah, they got that all roped off, unfortunately. It would have been nice. But this might do. See if I can get my kickstand down. Nope. Here we go with that shit again. Okay. We had a drink. We checked our Google Maps. We're fine. Just keep following 320. Still quite a ways to go, so I hope I'm not getting into more than I wanted here. And I've taken off the jacket because it's 31 degrees. Well, it's a slower road. Sometimes you have to throw caution to the wind. And then it's all well and good as long as you don't have any upsets. Come on, buddy. No. Yeah, I know. You could probably show me up. Alrighty. Let's see how that feels. My luck, I'll hit a cold wind or something. So we gotta give it a try. So yeah, we still got quite a ways to go on this loop, so I guess I better just ride now. And all that gloomy cloud seems to have cleared out. It moved on, so that's nice. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He likes to hug the right side of the road, which is really not the way we're trained to do it. Alright, yeah, pass him. You gonna pass him? You're not gonna pass him. You don't even have a rear view mirror, man. You should be on the trails. Never have the camera on when I'm about to do funky pass maneuvers. You don't get a lot of warning, you know. You just, you know, there's your chance. You got to do it. You don't have time to put the camera on, wait for it to boot up and everything else. You slap her down a gear and you go. So I had a very short distance. I had to pass 3 vehicles that are behind me. And I shot from this saying 80 to like 160 in about 3 seconds. It's like, I hope everyone's gear stays on the back, because oh my god, here we go like a bullet. Like I say, I might be a bit of a dawdler on this bike, but she can go when I need it to. It's I think it's 100 horsepower at 7,500 RPMs or something like that, or over 100 horsepower. Mind you, I don't think I've ever had it up to 7,500 RPMs. It certainly doesn't need it. I'd have to have her in low gear and just belching her to even get her to 7,500 RPMs. So here we go, 196 to get to Gander. Oh, there you go. You wanted to use up some time. I gotta go 196 clicks on a road like this. But there's good sightseeing, good weather, good road, lots of gas. We're out of here. Well, that was a long and arduous ride. Very long, but I made it that way. I could have been here by 1 o'clock if I wanted. But instead I did that huge loop, which added about 200 kilometers to my trip. It was okay. I thought scenery on the last loop was better, but alright, it was still a good ride, and I could say I've covered a lot of ground in Newfoundland. Found some cool spots. Bought a t-shirt. Where's my t-shirt? I just had it. There it is. I bought a Newfoundland Rocks t-shirt, and I bought that at a little pullover interpretive center with a museum and stuff, and a little restaurant. I had an iced coffee there. It was quite nice, and that was on the Road to the Shore loop, which is pretty cool. But anyway, the whole loop I did, extra 200 kilometers, and then when I finally got back down to Gander and back onto the Trans-Canada, I realized, holy crap, I got 92 more kilometers to go on the Trans-Canada. Then the batteries died on the GoPro for my helm, and there was just no place to pull over on the Trans-Canada or even on that loop very much. That's a problem with these roads, is there's just nowhere to pull over. It would have to be a dire emergency to pull over on these roads. So second battery died. First one probably because I forgot to turn it off when I went in the interpretive center. And then the second one died, and I just like, oh, screw it, I just got to make it here. And so then I hit some rain cells. I saw it on the horizon. I went, oh shit, they look bad, they look big, they look mean, and they look dark. And my road is heading right for them. So I pulled over and I got the rain suit on, and that was on the side of the road. Now we're talking pullover spot. This was just, I finally just found like a little intersection of a little side road that was coming off onto the highway. It was the best I could do. So I'm right there on the intersection, pulled off onto the gravel a bit, and I managed to just put my rain suit on right there and get all geared up. And a good thing I did, because it was already starting to rain when I was doing that. And then I drove through about, maybe 5 or 6 rain showers. They weren't real bad. I've had worse. But it was coming down heavy, and of course everybody wants to go fast. Everybody wants to do, like, I'm doing 100. Everybody was just blowing by me like I'm sitting still. So everybody wants to do like 120, 130. And this isn't even a major highway. So whatever, I pull over, let them go. But I can't do that when it's pouring rain and there's winds are blasting and all that kind of stuff. So I was just holding it, and I was going my own pace where I felt safe, and just holding it on the road. Got through the rainstorms, got to the highway, the big highway, and then the weather cleared. The direction changed. I started heading west again instead of south, and I started to drive away from those big rain cells, and that was great. Skies opened up again, big blue skies, super hot, 31 degrees. It said 33 on my bike. Anywhere from 29 to 31 degrees, somewhere around there, which is weird for Newfoundland. But at least the sun was out and the roads were drying up. Now you're on the Trans-Canada, so everybody wants to do 150, 160. So even when I'm pushing it over 100, they're just right on your ass, and they're trying to get by you and all this. What can you do? You just gotta live with it and hope they don't run you down in the process. But at least there wasn't a lot of trucks. So I had to do the last 92 kilometers on the Trans-Canada. Because it got so hot and clear, again, no place to pull over. So I finally just found a little turn-off lane for a road, and I pulled over on the turn-off lane because not too many people were taking that road. And I just stopped in the middle of the turn-off lane to get my rain suit off and get back down to regular gear, just so I could bear it. And then I went about the last 30 kilometers that way. Finally made it here to the Carriage House Inn in Grand Falls-Windsor. I guess it's a town with 2 names. Nice little inn. I've been in inns like this. Kind of reminds me of the one I went to in Meldrum Bay. They've got a little place I can get tea and coffee and stuff downstairs. He wanted to know what time for breakfast. I told him the usual. I can't eat at 7 in the morning, but I might have a piece of toast and a cup of tea. So 7:30 I'm going to be there for that. I seem to be waking up just before 7 lately, so we'll stick with that. I got to get all unpacked and all my stuff sorted out. I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I've got some food in there. I'm hungry now, finally again, but I haven't eaten since the diner this morning, and I couldn't finish that. So I bet you if I eat a small amount from there, I'll probably be fine. Maybe there's a microwave downstairs and I could just heat up some Chef Boyardee or something, and I probably will be fine. What I really want now is some water, get hydrated again, and get a cup of tea in me. I did about 450 kilometers today, maybe more. I don't know. I forgot to check. I know it was well over 400 anyway. Maybe almost 500, because that was another 92 on the highway. So that was a lot of KMs for me doing that. So yeah, I'm pretty road weary, but I'm gonna get settled in. And as you can see, the bathroom's nice. Everything's nice here. I didn't have to share a bathroom. Usually in these inns you have to share a bathroom. But anyway, let's get settled in, get everything sorted out, get my stuff all on its chargers, and figure out where I'm going tomorrow. Get something to eat, get changed, have a shower. I desperately need a shower. And I'll let you know how it goes from there. All right, stay posted.